What's up? Yeah, Joe. Coffee again. Fucking same day video editing. Yeah, wearing the same shirt. I don't. Whatever. Fuck. Whatever. I've been editing a bunch of videos on the same day. This is like what, my fucking 10th. So I'm almost done. Fuck. My throat is starting to hurt from talking so much. Some YouTube suggestions for you if you want to make content. And so far, what I'm learning. Alright, here's my YouTube channel, and I want to just show that. I joined YouTube in 2007. And it totally changed the layout in a sense of before you're able to select the oldest, but you can't do that anymore. See, maybe you can do a popular. Okay, well, sure, that works. You can see some of my videos, they're like 11 years old, 6 years old, they're 4 years old, 3 years old, 7 years old. I mean, I've been on YouTube for a while making content, right? I've done visual effects and stuff like that, done tutorials, like little short videos here and there. So I've been on YouTube on and off for a while, right? When I started YouTube, my approach was being a VFX artist. I wanted to be basically like Freddie W and Quarter Digital, Mike Diva, those guys. I really like their work. So, I was aiming to be a VFX YouTube channel, right? And also I wanted to work for a VFX house in a studio, and that was kind of my goal originally before I became an editor for tech, right? Me going down that route and not really going anywhere or getting the results that I wanted basically made me discouraged to continue YouTube, right? My perspective of making content at that time was different, obviously, because my whole focus was doing visuals and not too much of me doing what I'm doing now, which is communicating directly to you guys, my followers, right? I want to talk about that shift of what happened, right? So when I started making my YouTube videos, my attention was more focused on the video itself, deliver it, then hoping people would consume that video, watch it, leave likes, and so on and so forth. And then I can, gain momentum from that. I was making one video a week. They're a lot of work, especially I had a small computer. I had an old iMac that I was working on, and it took forever to do anything, right? It was very time consuming. Things were not going the way I wanted. I wasn't getting that much views, much likes, I guess I wanted, obviously, that wow factor. It's I'm getting a lot of views, so on and so forth, right? But things were not going in that direction. Also, the amount of time I was putting into each video, I didn't feel like I was getting what I wanted, right? And I got discouraged, and I know it sounds bad saying it out loud, but that's the point of me making these videos. It's letting you know the thought process, when you want to make your content, right? They were 1 or 2 minute videos, right? YouTube changed. They didn't want any more short videos. They wanted more longer content in a sense, right? So I lost interest and I got discouraged. So I stopped making content for YouTube for a while because I just stopped caring. But the good thing is I made a lot of stuff on YouTube, my little, a lot of visual effects kind of stuff. I was able to make a film reel, and I was able to use that to share to people. Hey, this is what I can do, this is what I learned to do. And for the most part, a lot of it was just video co-pilot shit, but it was enough for, say, Paul or Kyle to be hey, I want to have you help me because you do this kind of shit. Even though I got discouraged from making this stuff on YouTube, all this content, my early shit 10 years ago, it was enough to give me a job, right, as an editor now. So it wasn't a complete loss. And as I explained before, it got to the point where by me working with Paul, obviously it started to appear more in his channel, so people were starting to ask me questions more about editing related stuff, right? Because they see my work in the sense of watching Paul's channel, obviously, so they can see my style of editing or the jokes I make, say on tech news or whatever. So I started to get that attraction, that attention from other editors, people that are interested in editing, asking me what I use, how I did it, this and that. So I started responding to that, and it basically led to what I'm doing now, right? The point I'm trying to get at is, as you saw, some of my videos, they're 10 years old. I made stuff that long ago, and it's not till now, as you can probably tell, I'm putting more effort and consistency onto my YouTube channel, right? But it's different. It's no longer a VFX thing, not like I used to. I used to be I was uploading one video a week or one video every other week, depending, Now I switch, right? It went from me putting all my attention to the content to now me putting the attention to you guys, the viewer, right? And that's basically, I guess, basically the main difference now is I'm trying to focus more on the audience, right? You ask a question, I respond. You send me an email that you have a problem with, whatever. I try to respond and I make a video showing you what to do. Something happened, me going, say tech news, there was a problem that I discovered that, people would like, or I did a visual that people, they comment a lot on, so I'll make a tutorial responding to that positive feedback that I got from, you know, whatever I did in tech news and showing you what I did, and people, you know, they respond to that. So I can see what works, you know, after, you know, trial and error what works on the YouTube, right? And it all comes down to the viewership, obviously. Streaming, obviously, you know, I want to create an environment where people can show up and bullshit. Part of the reason why I make my streams like 18 and plus, because it's adult oriented. We're joking around and having fun, right? And, you know, I'm trying to like, you know, share a bit more about myself, like what it's like working with Paul. So I'm doing more behind the scenes thing. So I'm gonna go to Taipei and I'm gonna like film that, you know, I'm gonna be doing like daily uploads of like what's going on, you know, me working in Taipei, sharing. So I guess the point I'm trying to get at is like, after a while me doing this, I realized that you learn what to cut out. You know, me starting off doing VFX stuff and all that, and then like that wasn't working out to me too much. I started working with Paul, so obviously me working with someone like Paul, it made sense that I had to like reduce the amount of time of me doing VFX work to becoming a better editor to maintain a job with Paul, and that's what I did. So anyways, just get started. You'll be fine. The next thing you know, 10 years has passed by, and like all this time that you've been like doing something consistently amounts to something where it's like, oh shit, now I'm making YouTube videos, talking to people, playing video games on the weekend with my buddies online. I'm going to Taiwan. I'm gonna be making vlogs, you know, showing you what I do. You know, you guys watch, you know, you guys are hanging out with me, you know, as I'm in Taiwan, and you're sharing what I know and stuff like that. And it's pretty amazing, actually. You know, you figure 10 years is like a long time, but when you know that cliche shit like, oh, in a blink of an eye time passes by, and sure enough, yeah. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Anyways, that's what I have to say. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Take care and peace.